Well, the Nova 9886 and 41032 and the Rex modified 28.8 has stated their case. They are now reunited and officially joined at the hip, so to speak. Uh-oh. All right, people. That is a no-no. That is a perfect example of just getting way too excited, getting your brap on for a minute, and you know, you got to check. It's not good to run out of fuel. Good thing that these mods, Novarossis, they like to run really, really, really rich, so I run it really fat, but still, that is a rookie freaking mistake. Keep an eye on your fuel. It's not good. It's not going to hurt anything, but it's just not good to let your fuel tank run low. Like, well, it's not completely empty. It's just really bone dry. So, and this freaking thing is a pig, man. This thing eats fuel. Plus, I've got a 9.5 Venturi on it. I drilled out the 9 to a 9.5. So you can't really get it too lean. As I've said before, and you've heard, like Raja 111 said. When you put bigger Venturis, you can't lean the motor because it needs more fuel, because it's getting a lot more air, or you know, it's getting more air because obviously it's it's running with a bigger Venturi, so it's breathing more air. It just needs more fuel mixture. And this thing, I'm lucky if before I started filming right now, it's probably running about a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So normally I would get, like, out of the reds, even modded, I get like almost an hour on a tank. This thing's got a 150cc tank in it, in the Teckno, and with the mod and the bigger Venturi, I might just go back to a 9. I'm just experimenting. I tried a 10 and it's too much. It's real erratic. The tuning's it's hard to get it really dialed in. The 9.5 is okay, but it's still, you can't really get it in lean at all, so you can't, you know, squeeze any more power out of your motor as far as trying to lean it a bit because of the Venturi, because it's bigger. So I would just go with a 9. A 9 is fine, modded, stock, Novarossi 28.8 and most big motors, so no need to put a 9. But Monkey Maniac's just experimenting. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me fuel this bad boy up. But she sounds pretty good. I don't know if you guys can hear me over here, but you know, oh, she sounds decent. She screams, but I still want to try the other one. This thing, oh shit, I just nailed my camera, man. Did you guys see that? You know what, I did that with my old camera and I fucking broke it, and this is a new camera too. I think we're good. Good thing I got one of those otter cases on here. Let's see, a little dirty, we're intact, no cracks on the screens. Yeah, and we'll end at that. So, hey, that's a Muggy Maniac, man. I'm a fucking insane freaking, I get fired up when I'm running my shit. Sometimes I get overexcited. I forget to check the fuel sometimes. You know, not all the time. Every once in a while, I'll run out of fuel because I'm just into my brab. I'm just in the brab zone, and I'm like, fuck, I forget to check on, you know, bring her in, check on the fuel, top her up, blah, blah, blah. Man, I need a fucking, especially for these mods, I need to put it like a 500 cc, like the size of your fucking fuel bottle on the fucking, for a fuel tank. Because these things, these mods fucking eat gas. If you're looking for fuel economy, don't get a modded anything bigger than a .25, because you're not. If you get 45 minutes runtime on a full tank, you are fucking lucky. On my stock 28.8 I do, but on modded you're not. You're gonna get maybe 35, 40 stretching it. Although I am gonna change the shims now. I was talking, like I said, I talked to Rick the other day, and he was saying once you break, after you break in when he mods them, he puts shims in them on the 28.8. After you get done break, this thing is fucking filthier than fucking sin. This bitch is getting a full on, torn apart all the way down to nothing. Deep cleaning, pedicure, manicure, fucking waxing, the whole fucking 9 yards. This bitch right here, the Teckno, is going to the Muggy Maniac's fucking full day spa, massage and all. She's running her ass off today. I just wanted to give you guys a little filmage. I am having an issue with my that's why it keeps stalling too. Every once in a while it would stall because my clutch, when you're, check this out, footnote for you guys, when you're running and you're having issues getting it to an idle, and it wants to stall every once in a while, or when you're brapping around and you hit the brakes, and a lot of times it isn't even your anything to do with your needles. Sometimes what it is, it's your fucking clutch bell. If your clutch bell pinion comes a little bit loose, too much, it's supposed to have a little gap in it. If it becomes too loose, your motor will fucking stall on you, and it won't set down in an idle. It'll quit. Because I've had that happen. It was happening today. I was able to tighten it up, but I think it's coming loose again. And I Loctited it, but I think the screw that I had in there was not quite long enough. Might have been too short. So, you know, I mean, no big deal. I didn't break anything. Didn't blow anything up. Didn't blow out any tires yet. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check these tires. They look like they were getting pizza cutter action on me. But the Nobrasi 886, it's legit. 41032, legit. I ran all different pipes on this motor so far. Well, most 86 and shit. But 9888. Bumping that bullshit. I don't listen to that anyway. Some of you guys like that shit. That guy cruises through here all the time. Anyway, but it's legit, man. And but I think it wants to breathe more. Rick's right. So I'm gonna try. First, I'm gonna get that Triton one. Try that thing out. I'm not fucking whatever on the end bleed. Like I said, until Robin will send fucking. You probably guys you read my last video. Read the fucking what Elite RC said. You guys know him. He's on my channel. He's doing his Fiscal shit. He's like a Bodegel. He's a little more like me, a little bit more in detail. Technical guy. And he was even saying, man, and it's true, man, if you're gonna make a pipe like that, take some fucking pride in that shit. If I was making those pipes, that fucking thing would be, if you're paying $130, that thing definitely wouldn't be sent in no fucking envelope. And on top, that fucking thing would be sent in a mini wood crate. I work in metals, like I said. Man, precious metals and work like that, that's fucking a work of art. That shows no pride in your work when you just, either he's so in a hurry to get it shipped to people because he's so busy, but still, that's no excuse. The quality of shipping it, that's what I want. And until he could send me one in a box, bubble wrapped, protected, I'm not going to spend $130 on a fucking end bleed. I could care less. End bleeds can suck my cock, excuse my language, and whatever. You guys can run them all you want. And, I've seen them run and I've heard them run, and it's not fucking going to change your motor night and day. I mean, if it's stock, maybe. But modded? Psh, not really. 886 is fine. Why they're still available, I'm going to get me a couple more. I'm going to try the 9901 and a 41031, which is better for stock motors, or .21s. And definitely that Triton. That Triton, man, from this guy that I talked to, Lance, at RC Renew, where they make these pipes, man, he said this thing, we dynoed it, it fucking smashes the 9986. He said he never even heard of an ERC end bleed, whatever the thing is. We would know what it is. But so anyway, that's my take on that. There's plenty of other pipes out there. I still got to get me the actual Dynamite 086, the OG one. There's a couple other pipes off an 86 pipe I want. So, end bleed is end bleed. End bleed, schmend bleed, whatever. I think, for $130, fuck. And, like I said, until he ships that shit in a fucking the right way, I won't ever buy one. I refuse. So, and you guys that are getting it in a package, hey, you take your chances. Like I said, I know actually 2 people that have got them, and they had dents in them. And they had to, Robin, took care of them, but they still had all the hassle, and they had to pay for shipping, and blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. You know how the Muggy Maniac is. I am a fucking stickler on the shipping and receiving, all that shit. When you're getting stuff, when it gets to you, it's the wrong thing. It's, something happens to it. It's just all time and hassle. I don't got time for all that bullshit. I've done it already. So I'm trying to help you guys out. You guys want to do it? Go ahead. Let people fuck you. Bend over, throw some sand up your ass, and continue to fucking take it up the wazoo. And accept bullshit like that. I don't, man. I don't give a fuck if it's $10 part. If it ain't the way it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, and supposed to be, and it doesn't meet the expectations that they say it is, that shit's fucking going back. You're giving me a fucking refund, you're giving me fucking all kinds of shit because of the fucking hassle and headache. And that's why newbies, one of the other reasons that new people quit. We don't need that shit, like I said before. You guys, newbies, need to worry more. You guys have better things to worry about than that bullshit. You need to worry about learning how to tune, learning how to maintain, learning how to troubleshoot, and learning to get to know your vehicle and how to run it and have fun and get the performance and see it perform and see the fruits of your labor, man. All the time and effort and work you put into it and money, and see that shit just, you see my shit. The shit's, it's not fully dialed in. Another thing, when you put different pipes on it, especially this pipe and header, you got to retune the motor again. Keep that in mind. Don't just think you're going to throw your end bleed or your 9886 and your motor's going to run great because it ran great prior. That ain't happening. Sorry, Cupcake. It ain't happening, all right? And I'm not going to fucking, sugarcoat it. It is what it is. When you put a different pipe on your motor, your tune can be dialed in. You change the pipe, guess what? Tune it again. That's why you got to get good at tuning your shit, man, and learning how to troubleshoot it and set your low end and set your high end, and, you know, adjust your idle a little bit, make sure it settles down, and make sure you get a nice, you know, low purring idle, and make sure it hits the high notes, and make sure you know it's just performing the way it should. You know, don't settle for less. Don't be satisfied with mediocre performance. I'm not even, this thing's running okay, but it's not, I got to dial it in more because the pipe is changed everything in it. It's changed the whole way that the motor performs now. Plus, this motor, as you know, it's only got a little bit over a gallon. It's still getting broken in. Until I run another gallon through this Nova modded, it's not going to, you know, get to where it needs to be. Okay? It just, these motors take time. Like I said, Rick, and I talk to Rick all the time, like I told you. He says it time and time again. He's like, you know, these things, you know, these motors, no velocities, they take time, man. You got to run a couple gallons through them before you can really get them to perform and to really just idle and tune the way they should. So anyway, that's all I got. I'm gonna go run some more shit and try to, hopefully my camera ain't all fucked up. So, but anyway, that's the Muggy Maniac. I'll catch you guys in a few. Maybe you'll catch this video later. Probably catch the next one probably tomorrow sometime. You know, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I shot my email out there, whatever you guys want to do. You know, Muggy Maniac is never too busy to help out a fellow brother, Nitro brother, and especially newbies. So, I'm out, people. Peace.